Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host, with Lammy Chillmeister, my co-host. Today is September 18th, 2024. Got some crazy stuff going on in the world. Crazy stuff. So we covered the Trump second, technically it's the third, because there's a second one that a lot of people did not talk about. I spoke about it. I think the episode is titled The Red Truck Man. Go check that episode out. There was an assassination attempt thwarted during that time period. What was I going to say? Basically, he was speaking at the wall and they stopped someone. I can't remember all the details off the top of my head. So, we had that other assassination attempt. Ryan Wesley Ruth that got thwarted. Now, this is crazy. So, in Long Island, New York, at around 10 a.m., someone breached a barrier and removed a barrel from his car, which had explosives. Then the man ran into the woods after a dog that was trained to smell out explosives and drugs and stuff like that smelt it out. The man took off, ran into the woods. The person has been detained, and basically, from what I heard, the explosives weren't really so much an assassination attempt on Trump, but it was at a Trump rally. Did I say that? Did I even say that? People are like, what is he talking about? There's a bomb found at a Trump rally. And from what I heard, the explosives were not targeting Trump, but rally goers. Crazy shit. What was Trump's famous phrase? He always said, it's not me they're trying to get to, it's you they're trying to get. I'm just in the way. Not that I'm like a super huge Trump guy, but that is a pretty dope quote. So, sounds like they were trying to take out some like Trump supporters. And the news, the media is basically saying that the story's fake. They're literally using fake news as the term. Basically saying none of that happened. The dog smelled something out. Turns out it wasn't a bomb. I don't know what to think. It could have just been an overreaction. I got the news from the quartering, and he actually has a dog which he is in the process of training to be a sniffing dog, basically, to sniff out bombs, drugs, explosives, shit like that. And he made the comment that maybe, because the person who had the dog that sniffed it out, from what I'm hearing, it wasn't like a police, wasn't like an official canine unit, it wasn't Secret Service. It was like someone who was training their dog to do that. So the dog was an amateur. I know that sounds so weird saying it. The dog's an amateur. The dog was an amateur from what I'm hearing. So it could have just been a mistake. It could have been an overreaction. Why the guy ran, though, that doesn't make any sense. If the story's fake and the guy had nothing to hide, why would you just run off into the woods? If you have nothing to hide. Like the other day, I went to buy something from the Kroger that I work at. I was trying to remember, what was I even buying? I don't even remember what I was buying. Something small, something that should not set the alarm off by the door. So I got my shit. And by the way, why would I steal from the place that I work? That makes no sense. You don't shit where you eat. So I got my shit, kept the receipt just in case. Walked out the door, the buzzer went off, and I turned around, I looked at Rachel, my coworker, I'm like, do you want to check me? Like, I didn't steal shit. And she's like, no, you're good, it just does that sometimes. Which it does. I can't tell you how many times I've had the alarm go off when I've bought something and they have to check my receipt and check my shit. And it's like, yeah, I didn't steal nothing, you know, but for some reason the alarm doesn't like me. My grandma, she's a scanner. She's part Native American. She's got like one blue eye, one brown eye. And she's a scanner, which basically means like she can fuck up electronics, like blow light bulbs, mess up metal detectors, the emergency or the alarms, the stealing alarms at the front of doors go off and shit when she's around them. And I think I got it from her because we have a register here at work, a self-checkout, and we'll buy lunch for lunch break, and I will literally mess up the machine every time I use it. It's gotten to the point, like, everyone knows, and I've told them, like, dude, I'm a scanner. I just mess up electronics. My phones, I go through phones like crazy, and it drives my wife nuts because, I mean, phones aren't cheap. I get a cheap phone, but I have to get something decent that I can podcast on, so like $100, $150 here and there all the fucking time, I will just fuck up electronics. It fucking sucks. Video game systems, I go through those, like, it's bad. It fucking blows to be a scanner. I wish I could control it or tone it down some or something. But anyways, that being said, like, my natural reaction was I have nothing to hide. I didn't steal. So, like, check my bag, check my receipt. If you want, pat me down. I don't care. I have nothing to hide. So why did the guy run out to the woods? If the dog sniffed your barrel, if there was no explosives in there, why did you run out to the woods and have to be detained? Like, that makes no sense to me. I think the media is just like being what the media is, just Operation Mockingbird propaganda machine. They don't like that there was another attempt, not on Trump, but at a Trump rally on Trump rally goers. Like, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But next story. So today's kind of a chill episode. And we're going to read from an article I found from the paper, Jessamine Journal. This paper, I love this paper. I've used it for this podcast tons of times. And the other day we had some marijuana talk about Trump being pro-marijuana now, so go check that episode out. Today we're going to cover some more marijuana news, so drug talk. I am pro-marijuana. I've always been a marijuana advocate. I use it recreationally and medicinally every now and then. I'm not like a stoner or nothing, but I do use it here and there. I've been using it more often now that I live with my mother-in-law who's a stoner, so but I rarely use it for the most part. Here lately I've been smoking probably like, I'd say about twice a month I've been using it. So, City of Nicholasville approves first reading of ordinance allowing medical cannabis. In the spring, the Nicholasville City Commission voted to approve an ordinance restricting cannabis businesses from functioning in the city. At this time, Nicholasville Mayor Alex Carter told the Journal that he and his city commission needed more information on the state regulations before saying yes. I have no clue who this, he's the mayor of Nicholasville, Alex Carter. I cannot tell you if he's a cool mayor or not. I think it was Nicholasville. I think he's an asshole because I think I've spoke about it before. He banned homelessness, like literally made homelessness illegal. So, yeah, that's pretty shitty in my opinion. So this dude's kind of a dick. and he has to approve it. You know, I need to see it before I say yes on medical marijuana for, you know, Nicholasville. Senate Bill 47, signed by Governor Andy Beshear, which he's a piece of fucking shit. He's a lefty fucking moron who was an idiot during COVID. On March 31st, 2023, legalizes medical cannabis beginning in 2025. Now, municipal governments can decide whether they want cannabis operations in their jurisdictions. Some local governments are putting the decision up for a vote, but that deadline has long passed. Other local Kentucky governments are opting out, and those who do not are automatically opting in. Patients with a prescription for medical cannabis in 2025 can still purchase and possess their prescription from other counties and municipalities. I feel like a dad for some reason every time I read the paper. I guess because my dad used to read the paper, but makes me feel like a dad. Let me take a draw. So, we just wanted to make sure what our requirements are as far as regulation. Regulating these dispensaries, cultivators, or labs. So, regulating, government control. There are a lot of questions on our end about what our requirements were as far as regulation on the local level. We just want to make sure that at the time it is adopted, and when we are allowing it in Nicholasville, medical marijuana, that we do it the right way, Carter said. Just government control. At the August 26th City Commission meeting, Carter explained that he had given the commission a lot more information, including recently updating state regulations, a summary of these regulations, and the link to those specific laws can be found here at kymedcan.ky.gov /laws and regulations /pages regulations.aspx. Those state regulations are very restrictive, and the State Office of Medical Cannabis is very well organized to help assist communities like ourselves in helping with those regulations, Carter said. The discussion started during the first reading of the following ordinance. Ordinance 169/2020-2024. An ordinance relating to the allowance of cannabis business operations in Nicholasville, Kentucky. An ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances for the City of Nicholasville to allow cannabis business operations in the City of Nicholasville and abolishing any previous ordinance inconsistent with this ordinance. So basically, legalizing marijuana shops for medical marijuana in Nicholasville, Kentucky. I hope it goes through. It wasn't until after passing the ordinance to restrict any production, testing, or sale of medical marijuana in the city that the commission became aware of an existing testing facility in Nicholasville. The business, KCA Labs, which quality tests marijuana and hemp, has applied to continue operating in Nicholasville throughout the state. Applications to become cultivators or processors, applications to open a safety compliance facility, which I have no problem with that, make sure that this shit ain't laced and shit. And dispensaries in Kentucky closed on August 31st. It is a potential business opportunity. We are all pro-business here, and we want to support these small businesses, and our citizens will benefit from the medical care that they need as well, Carter said. And he's right. So that is something smart. That is something cool on Carter, that he realizes how beneficial this will be to the city of Nicholasville where I live, the ordinance received a unanimous vote of approval. Nice. The next Nicholasville City Commission meeting on Monday, September 9th, will likely feature the second reading of this ordinance. With this update, the sale and all production and testing of medical marijuana is only barred by the city of Wilmore, being allowed in the rest of the county. So, sorry, Wilmore. Sounds like y'all got some like conservative hicks over there or something. The Jessamine County Fiscal Court has not made any motions rejecting or allowing medical marijuana in the county, so it's neither here nor there. They're neither rejecting or allowing, so interesting. Meaning the county allows medical cannabis operations. However, the fiscal court magistrates can reject operations until January 1st, 2025. So, sounds like you can have a shop in the county, but not the city. That's what I'm getting out of that. And they can fuck with you till January 1st, 2025. So I don't know, man. That's what's going on with my town as far as like local medical marijuana laws. Hopefully it goes through. Hopefully they can open up some dispensaries. It would be awesome for the economy. It'd be awesome if people could buy medical marijuana. I'm still debating on whether I trust the government enough to smoke government weed. Not gonna lie, that kind of freaks me out, because I know what they did with the tobacco industry of putting all the crazy extra shit in cigarettes and tobacco when it's unnecessary, and it's like there's like 200 something chemicals in cigarettes. Horrible shit. So I don't know, but hope y'all enjoyed that local news. Let's get on with the next story. Where are you, Lammy? So I'm gonna do just a little bit of small talk. Hope you guys don't mind. Last podcast, I skipped the intro because I just wanted to skip the intro. I don't remember why. But I was telling you guys how fucking miserable I am at work. So we had this dude, this manager that fucking worked with us. His name was Kevin. He's a fucking piece of shit. I was having trouble with my pay. I took a picture of a sign they had. It said now hiring $14.75 an hour. And I've been here for 4 years, and that's how much I was making. So I was like, hey, this don't seem right. He's like, I'll take care of it. Never fucking took care of it. He used to, they feed day shift. I work third shift, and they just neglect us and don't give a fuck about us. But they feed day shift all the fucking time. And Kevin, I kid you not, has like 4 or 5 times been like, I'm gonna feed you all, and usually they'll fix hot dogs and hamburgers. Which is cool. Free food, saves us money. It's free food. I'm not ungrateful for that. But when you say it 4 or 5 times, like, do it. And, so, the other day, dude, this was like 2 days ago, Gus, this new manager we have, he's a communist, and I'm not even joking, like, he's a proud, literal communist, which, whatever, everyone at work, well, most of the guys are like, fuck that guy, he's a communist, But I was like, why does it matter? His political opinions have nothing to do as long as he's cool with me. And normally he is really cool. Like, normally he's a dude who, like, if you come up to him with a problem of like, hey, I didn't get paid for this day, he'll literally go, okay, follow me, and go to the office with you and fix it right then and there. When most managers go, oh, I'll take care of it later, like, I'll get on that, I'll write me a note, and then they never get on it. He takes care of business. Sorry, man, I probably look like I'm stoned right now, but I got this little fan, and it's pretty hot today. And this fan dries my eyes out, even when I point it downward. But anyways, So they fixed food for everyone the other day. They are so cheap. They fixed just hamburger patties when normally we have a grill outside that we sell ribs on. It's Kroger. So they fire up the grill and normally they'll fix hot dogs and hamburgers. They fixed just hamburgers. They didn't even fix enough food for everyone. We literally had like 3 or 4 employees who didn't get to eat. And I don't know, man. It's just like every day this job keeps getting shittier and shittier. Like, you took away our headphones. You tell us 1 billion times you're going to feed us. Finally, when you actually do, you don't even make enough fucking food. And it pissed me off, you know, because it's like, how much money does Kroger make? It is like a multi-million-dollar company and you can't even fucking feed like 10 people. I don't know. But I had to get that off my chest. I wanted to vent about it the other day, but it's so ridiculous. But I want to jump back to the whole bomb Trump rally thing and some trends that I'm noticing in the conspiracy community on other people's videos who are also talking about it. I want to speak about something, a trend that I think is unhealthy, and I want to talk about it. So, there are people like in the comment sections, and it's not just 1 or 2, like it's tons of people and content creators who are literally telling people like, don't go to big events. You know, like there's too much shit going on. Now, first of all, you are free to do what you want. I missed out on an RFK event because I found out too late. He came to Louisville, which is like the next town over. Well, actually, no, I was living in my old apartment, so it was about an hour drive. But I would have asked off for work and been there. I just found out too late. And as an RFK supporter, RFK has already had an assassination attempt on his life. No one talks about it. And this was back when he was running for president. But I was willing to risk it to go. Because unlike other people, I hate that the term has been taken by QAnon retards, but I feel like at the end of the day, I'm a fucking patriot. Like, I would grab a rifle and fight for this country and die for this country. And die for my grandchildren's freedom, you know? I'm not telling you what to do, and either way, I'm in the wrong, because I had this happen. I was diving deep down a rabbit hole of that new Joker, well, it's not even new anymore, they're making a second one, but the Joker movie, the Joaquin Phoenix one. I wasn't listening to mainstream news, I wasn't eating up propaganda. I had thought of this myself, of why is there always shootings, Batman-related shootings? We've covered Batman and the Joker 1 billion times on this channel. James Holmes, the Batman shooter, Doja Cat. Like, it's always, Batman Joker is always like conspiracy related. Usually with bang bangs, you know, like fucking shootings and shit. So I put out the warning. I made a video and I was like, hey, you know, and this was back when they had the dislike button of like, hey dude, y'all need to be careful going to this new Joaquin Phoenix movie. Like, and I even said like, I want to go see it and I'm going to go see it in theaters if I can. Just be careful. Just check out your surroundings. Make sure you're safe. And everyone was like, stop doing fear porn. Thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down. And I did, I'm not gonna lie, I had an evil thought. I took the video down and I told my wife, I said, I hope these motherfuckers die. I hope they get shot up and killed. And of course, I calmed down and shit, and I was like, no, that's not right, Abe. We don't wish that on people, you know. But there was that ego inside of me, you know. This was years ago, and I was like, just I was pretty cutthroat back then. I think I've mellowed out a lot and learned a lot and become a better person. But I was like, I hate these motherfuckers. I hope they die. Like, then they'll know I was right. You know, I told them, I warned them. Being a little fucking brat. I can be a brat, you know, but that's not the right way to think. So, if you go to these rallies, I'm going to do it anyways, whether you guys like it or not. Just be careful, man. Because, dude, this is why I go under the theory that there is fucking factions to this shit. Am I saying Trump's a good guy? No. Am I saying Trump's a bad guy? No. There's this dude who does a lot of research, and I wish I knew his fucking name. He has literally been on Tinfoil Hat like twice. Sam Tripoli's Tinfoil Hat. And he researches that there are factions to the elites. There you had the Luciferians and the Moloch worshippers. And sometimes they work together, but they are competing to control the world. The Luciferians are kind of like, honestly, as weird as it sounds, like they're the better of the two. The Moloch worshippers want to burn it all down, want to sacrifice babies, they want cannibalism, they want baby sacrifice, they want just weird Baal Molech worship type shit. The Luciferians are kind of more like, they believe more in like freedom. They want to control the world, but they want, you know, like, I don't know, like 7 deadly sins, like carnality, shit like that, but they don't believe in harming children. It's weird. Just listen to this guy, man. So, like, this guy says that Trump is like a Luciferian. So that's why so many people love him, because he's like, he loves money. He loves women, obviously. He loves the 7 deadly sin of like gluttony and shit. He's a fat guy. Like, he loves sex, drugs, and rock and roll, except for drugs. He doesn't do drugs. But he loves rock and roll and sex and gluttony. This guy says he's a Luciferian. I'm not saying I believe this guy 100%, but when I listened to the 2 podcasts that Sam had this guy on of like Luciferians versus Molech worshippers, it let me realize that there's like, they are warring amongst themselves. The elites are warring amongst themselves. And I think once you wrap your head around that they're not all on the same team, that there are factions and gangs in the elites. I mean, you got Skull and Bones, you got Bavarian Illuminati, you got Molech worshippers, you got Luciferians, you got CIA, you got Mossad, you got MI6, you got all these little fucking groups, man. It's like a spider web, and I don't think they're all on the same page, and I do think that there is infighting within their groups. I don't know. So I'm not saying Trump's a good guy, but I guess the point I'm making is just, if you go, just be careful. But I'm noticing people in comment sections going like, nobody go out, nobody go to concerts, nobody go to movie theaters, nobody go, if there's a crowd, do not go. That's what the elites want. Did you all forget COVID when they tried to lock us all down inside of our houses? Me and my wife, we didn't do it. We went out hiking. We went out to restaurants. We did everything we could possibly do to go out and enjoy life. But this is where I believe in complete freedom. Honestly, where it is kind of like a Luciferian philosophy in a way. You do you, boo-boo. Do what thou wilt. If you want to lock yourself in a house on house arrest voluntarily, like they did with COVID, do it. But just know that that's what the elites want. They want you afraid because they gather their loosh. I think that it's a possibility that they deal with entities, and you can call them jinn, you can call them archons, you can call them demons, call them whatever the fuck you want, whatever gets your little rocks off. We're all talking about the same shit, but just using different terms. They are gathering loot off you, and the more you fear, they want you locked in your house, dude. That's part of the Great Reset. They want us all on house arrest. They don't want us going out. They don't want us getting fresh air. They don't want us getting sunshine. They don't want us enjoying life. Concerts, we don't want that. Climate, you can't do that. It destroys the planet. Go to the park? No, we don't want that. Go hiking? No, we don't want that. Eat meat? No, we don't want that. We want you on house arrest. We want you locked in your home, afraid. So in a way, that's what, if you're not going to these rallies and shit, like, I'm not telling you to go to a rally, you know, but people are saying in comment sections, like, don't even go to the movies, don't even go to concerts, that's up to you. I know I'm going to live my life fear-free. I'm going to go out and enjoy my life. I want to go see Sam Tripoli in October, do stand-up comedy. I'm going to try to go to Louisville and get tickets and go see him. I'm not going to stop living my life. I'm not going to be on house arrest. So it drives me nuts that the conspiracy community is literally telling other conspiracy theorists to do what the World Economic Forum, they're going along with the Great Reset, and they don't even realize they're going along with the Great Reset. They want us all on house arrest. They want us inside, scared, terrified of everything. I don't know. I guess the point I'm making is I'm going to be free and live as a free American while I still can, before it gets too totalitarian to 1984. I'm going to enjoy my freedom while I can. I'm going out. I don't care if it's a big group. I don't care if it's a festival. I don't care if it's a concert. I don't care if it's stand-up comedy. I'm going to go out and enjoy my life. It's up to you. Do you want to live in fear, or do you want to enjoy life? Do you want to put yourself on house arrest? Do you want to take part in the Great Reset? It's up to you. You do you, boo-boo. Y'all have a good day.